And here is how to carry out students' t-test in Sheets. So we have the same data that I had in the average standard deviation video, but now we're going to calculate t-test to see if there's a statistically significant difference between the ACT scores before the tutorial and after. So from the PowerPoint, hopefully you watched or remember that, we know that we need to figure out one-tailed, two-tailed, and paired or unpaired. Since I have a before and after treatment, we're going to use paired. And since my data seems to be going up, in most cases, I'm going to use one-tailed. And that would be my assumption, is the tutorial shouldn't hurt. So we're going to do paired and one-tailed. So to calculate t-test, I'm going to start with an equals. I'm going to start typing in t-test, t.test, and there it is. I'm going to first highlight my range of data for before the tutorial. So I highlight that, click comma, because I want what's next will be range number 2. So I'm going to highlight range number 2, comma. Now I need to decide how many tails there are. I determined that there was a directional difference. It's one-tailed. So since I have one tail, I'm going to type in a number 1 and a comma. Finally, I need to decide if it is paired or unpaired. So that's my type here. I'm going to type a 1 if it's paired, a 2 if it's unpaired with equal numbers of data. I'm going to type in a 3 if it's unpaired with unequal numbers of data. So we have a paired test before and after treatment. So I'm going to type in a 1, and then I'm going to put my end parentheses, and here is my p-value. So this is the probability that the difference before and after the tutorial happened just because of random chancy stuff. This is a lot of sig figs, so I'm going to reduce with this decrease decimal places button down to just a few. So again, this is my p-value. I could also think of that in terms of a percent, because sometimes percents make more sense to our brains. So if I multiply this by 100, I'd get 0.09 of a percent. So there is less than 1/10 of a percent of a chance that the differences that we see before and after the tutorial happened just because random things sometimes happen. So I would say that my data here, the results are statistically significant. Remember that in science, our cutoff, our critical value is 0.05. So since 0.0009849 is less than 0.05, we have less than a 5% chance that the differences that we see happen by chance, which means that our data is statistically significant. The tutorial made a difference. And that's all I've got for students' t-test. If you want to see it one more time, here in the formula bar is another look. Remember that you're going to do first your first range of data, and then your second range of data, and then tails 1 or 2, and then type paired or unpaired.